I would like to prove scientifically to the world that Santa Claus is real and does exist. Yes, that is right. Santa Claus is real and he does exist. He does not just exist in myth, in imagination or in the mind. He physically exists and brings presents to all children. He does live at the North Pole. He is helped by many elves. He has a sleigh that is pulled by 8 reindeer. He does bring toys or coal down the chimney. And he is closely linked to what we today call Christmas. Once you receive the key to this wonderful myth, you will automatically solve the dilemma on how to communicate to children in a way that allows them to develop and cultivate the highest form of human understanding. Let us check and scientifically explain elements of the Santa Claus myth. Santa lives at the North Pole. He is sometimes said to live on an island. 8 reindeer pull his sled. He is surrounded and assisted by numerous elves. He enters the chimney and brings toys, or coal. He knows the wishes of all children. He is closely linked to Christmas. The claustrum, note the resemblance to Santa Claus, is located in the human head as part of the cortex, which is at the very top, the North Pole of the body. It is also the origin of the term cloister in German, Kloster, the place where monks and nuns go to live a secluded life and study scriptures. The claustrum is surrounded by white matter, snow in the brain. Directly next to it can be found the external and the extreme capsule, which resemble a sleigh. In the lateral view, the claustrum is located below the insular cortex, the island. Santa's island on the North Pole, the island of Real. It is also lateral to the putamen. In Latin puta, to consider, to think, which is symbolized by the red cap that is worn by Santa Claus. The putamen is connected to the substantia nigra. In Latin black substance, coal, which is involved in the process of regulating reward and addictions and appears dark because it contains high levels of neuromelanin. If Santa brings coal, you have been naughty. A unique feature of the claustrum is that there is a uniformity in the function of its cells. All neurons do the same work. The elves that help Santa. Now let us move deeper and correlate anatomy to astrology and to scripture. As above, so below, as within, so without. The claustrum is sagittally located in the cerebrum, the anatomical term of location. Compare this to Sagittarius, and mythical Santa Claus appears in the night between Sagittarius the horse and Capricorn the goat, the night of the rebirth of the sun, as it reaches its lowest point on the horizon, the winter solstice. After the night of Christmas, the days start getting longer again. It is the moment of spiritual rebirth of life on earth. Nature does not yet expand visibly, but the days are getting longer again. You now know why you see Santa Claus riding a goat. Capricorn is the sea goat, on this old postcard. The suture of the skull, in Sanskrit the door of Brahm, is the external entry point, the chimney of the planetary Santa Claus or Christ, where he enters your head. The internal chimney is the human spine. The claustrum releases an oily substance. Christ, in Greek Christus meaning oil, manna from heaven, which is a secretion, a secret, a mystery. It is used as basic material by the pineal gland to secrete a yellow substance like honey to the pingala, the electric male energy channel, and the pituitary gland to secrete a white substance like milk to the ida, the magnetic female energy channel. The land of milk and honey. The oily substance, the Christus, moves down the spine or chimney to the solar plexus. Here the oil is transformed into a psycho-spiritual seed, which then moves through the body. The first internal biological process the seed performs is to transform water and oxygen into red cell, living blood during the chemical fusion in the lungs, which are connected to the blood circular system. The psycho-spiritual seed later descends to the sacrum, or crossbone, holy bone, archetype of the devil, ruled by Saturn, or Satan, an anagram of Santa, the deepest point in the sun's journey, the abyss or hell. On a dangerous and difficult way back to the head, the promised land. The seed must now try to leave the lower, animal body, defeat animal desire, cross the blood barrier and climb the spine, Jacob's ladder, which has 33 vertebrae, think about the Masonic 33 degrees, to a place in the skull where the vagus nerve, cerebellum and spine cross each other. Here the seed is electrically charged, before it can head further up to the center of the cerebrum. It should now become clear that, in a hermetic sense, during Christ's Mass, Christus, oil, within the body, the internal sun is reborn, just as the external sun is reborn at the winter solstice. Illumination works through a conscious, spiritual transformation from the lower mind to the higher mind. The human body can be compared to a lamp, belonging to God, and when this lamp is ignited by the process described, the gray matter, the dead, will be activated, reborn. If repeated, the older, destroyed seeds can also be reactivated. The dead shall rise, and at some stage the electrical energy of the sacrum, Kundalini, is activated and the Queen of Shpa may rise to the optic thalamus, all-seeing eye, and reactivate the pineal, third eye. The eye becomes single and the body is full of light. You have thus given 10% consciousness, left brain hemisphere, Mercury, to receive 100% right brain, dark matter of the brain, unconscious, right brain hemisphere, Venus, and are part of the order of Melchizedek, black energy righteous person. Note how the universe, just like the human brain, contains 90% dark matter. As without, so within. The seed then remains one moon sign in a skull cavern, 3 days in the tomb, and after 3 days proceeds upwards, ascends, to the pineal, compared to the winter solstice. Masonry encapsulates the same information as Christianity in a different set of myth and symbols. Hiram Abiff has thus created a stone for the temple builders, a stone without the mark of the animal man, mark of the beast. The serpent, Mars, represented the Gnostic Christ, solar energy active through the miniature sun in the earth center through the human heart. The heart of the brain is the pineal. It consists of 7 souls, planets, colors, musical notes, chakras, cities, churches, plus issues equals 8. Now it becomes clear why Santa's sled is pulled by 8 reindeer. The sled is pulled by the Egyptian Ogdod. The Vatican shows you this in the form of a white dove. Nothing new under the sun. Santa Claus is thus the giver of the most supreme, divine gift in the human body, the raw material for the oil in the lamp,